This is Eagle Creek Reservoir on the west side of Indianapolis. And to Chris Colbert and That Hiking Guy channel, and Bryan Riddle and the Bryan Riddle channel, if you've not been here, I'm sure you have, that I would highly recommend this. It is heavily trafficked, but it's not where it gets to be a nuisance. This is looking to the east on the Blue Trail. Blue Trail's 3 miles, Red Trail's 6 3/4.
I've watched a hawk swoop down into the water and get a fish out and fly off with it. Pretty cool. And then we saw a log that had like about 4 or 5 turtles on it. Pretty cool. Some of the stuff you see out here.
Now we are heading into the woods. We are heading away from the reservoir. We just saw a snake. It was brownish green. It was a young one. It was probably about 12 to 14 inches long. I didn't think to take a picture of it or to shoot a video of it, but I stomped my feet and it went out into the brush. Eagle Creek Reservoir is quite large. I couldn't exactly tell you how large it is, but it's not a pond. And ideally, this is the kind of property that I would like to have 100,000 acres with a extremely large reservoir on it, and where about 99.99% of it is heavily wooded. The other parts where my property would be a 40,000 square foot house. Some type of green abutment here is painted. I suppose it was some type of a on-ramp for a bridge of some type, or railroad bridge or something.
There is some trash out in the trail. We found a bag here because we forgot to bring one, and Mark is picking it up as we go along. It's a pretty cool trail, and I did not scream when we saw the snake. Mark saw it and pointed it out. It was crossing the trail, probably about 14 inches long. He stomped his foot and it took off. Moving as snakes move, that wiggly move, pretty gross. There's a lot of people out here, but so far not screaming and crying and hollering, so pretty cool. Check out the trees swaying. The pine trees. Every now and then you can hear them creaking. One's really moving. That's it. As long as they don't fall, we're fine. Hear them creaking? The ground is so soft.
Hey there, this is Mark and Laura from Two Hoosier Hikers. We are at Eagle Creek Park. We just finished a 3-mile trail. Eagle Creek Park is on the west side of Indianapolis, probably northwest to west side of Indianapolis. It has several trails. We just finished one called the Blue Trail. It's 3 miles long, and there is one that's 6 3/4. It's red trail. Positives, pros and cons about this trail. Pros is you get a lot of scenery. You get out by the reservoir.
Pretty.
You see a lot of wildlife. That we saw a snake. You also see some cranes, turtles, and that type of thing.
Hawk, birds.
And hawks and so forth. The con is that this is a very heavily populated area. It's heavily frequented by the local citizens, and there's some places where you hear the highway as you're walking through. But all in all, it's better than the one at Fort Harrison, where you really never get. It's like trying to walk a 3-mile trail in your backyard. You just keep switchbacks over and on yourself. So I would recommend this one if it's you don't want to travel far, but you want to get out and don't have to spend a lot of time driving somewhere.
It is a $5 fee for Marion County residents, and if it, well, we're Hamilton County, and we had to pay an extra $1, so we paid $6. So if you're, because this is Marion County,
Right.
So if you're a Marion County resident, it's $5. If you're outside of Marion County, it is an extra $1, so a $6 fee to get into the park for the day.
And as I said, excuse me, as I said at the beginning, have a shout out to Chris Colbert on That Hiking Guy and Bryan Riddle, who both live in this area. That if you've not been here, I suppose you have. I would recommend you come on out and check it out.
It is a cool park. I really like the. I brought my binoculars with me because I knew there was a bird sanctuary in the area, or in the park here. So I actually got to see a hawk scoop down into the water and grab a fish, and he's flying around with the fish in his claws. So that was pretty cool. And then again, Mark saw a snake across the trail. Had
I thought about it, I would have took a video of it or a picture of it, and I would have picked it up. It was about 14, 16, 18 inches long, but it wasn't any bigger around than smaller than your little finger.
About the size of a pencil, yeah.
About the size of a pencil. And also, Laura and I had lunch yesterday with That Hiking Guy and That Hiking Girl, Ashley, out at Cafe Audrey's at Fort Harrison. We had a good time with them. Finally got to meet them because they just live down in Greenwood, which is probably 45, 50 minutes from where we live, just south of where we live. So we hooked up with them, got some good tips on doing videos and trying to incorporate those and get the quality of our videos to come on up.
Yeah, Chris, see if you see a difference in there. He brought up something that I kind of wasn't aware of, but so that's one thing that you won't see it in this video. So, but keep the what do you want to call it? The suggestions flowing our way. I like when people critique it, so it makes us better at what we do or what we're trying to do to make these videos enjoyable for everybody.
So that'll be all for today, and as we say at the end of every video, be strong and of a good courage.
Adios.